As a formidable military power, adversaries have often sought to avoid America's conventional strengths by looking for unconventional means of attack. Today, unconventional approaches to circumventing the traditional battlefield often share one particular feature. They seek to create ambiguity around the definition of war, blurring the line between competition and conflict.
Other countries, China, Russia, Iran, have got very good at the use of asymmetric force, of using things like cyber, using things like proxies to actually try and get around some of the restrictions that are placed on them.
In the Middle East, the use of proxies has proven especially effective at offsetting military dominance of the United States, Israel, and other countries. Iran is today the world's most aggressive state sponsor of proxy forces.
So we see them working with the Houthis in Yemen. You see them working with Iraqi Shia militias in Iraq. You see them working with Hezbollah in Lebanon, with a range of Shia militias in Syria.
Other countries use the approach as well. In 2014, men in unmarked green uniforms, carrying Russian weapons, occupied parts of Crimea inside Ukraine. The Ukrainian government and the United States unmasked these forces as members of the Russian military. But state-run media in Russia claim that these little green men were volunteers or local self-defense groups.
So Ukraine is an incredible laboratory of Russian hybrid gray zone activities. And in fact, that laboratory, they're looking to see how the West responds to a variety of actions.
In the South China Sea, China has built artificial islands in international waters and put military outposts atop them, all the while denying they are doing so. It also uses its fishing fleet as an advanced force, additional to its Coast Guard and Navy. Proxy forces are leveraged not only for military tactical advantage, but to achieve strategic-level political and military outcomes.
Even though we often focus on the military activities of those proxies, they serve a very important political role and often other roles as well. Many of the new political parties in Iraq have their roots in a proxy or militia entity, and they're actually going to have more influence going forward now that they have seats in the parliament. So we need to look at this holistically.
I think what that means is the U.S. has to be prepared for the vast majority of competition and conflict to happen in the gray zone.